and we used to, the bridges were blown up. So a lot of Germans, they couldn't make it go through the river because it was March and the river was still covered by ice. Some probably they couldn't swim, they couldn't make it, and they were killed, drowned. But a lot of their cars, trucks, horse carriages were on the streets, and there was something over there to eat, food. And we were hiding and looking for each horse carriage to find something. So at that time, a lot of children were killed.
Because the Germans were still on the other side?
On the other side, yeah, because the bridges were blown up, and the Russians couldn't the same day go over the river. Then probably they were surrounded, or because one day was so quiet, the Russians put boats on the river. The ice was blown up also, and they went further to Romania. That side was over there, Romania.
And then you stayed in Mogilov?
Mogilov, we came back to our apartment. There was nothing. My mother told us that it was only one sofa there, cut over by knives. Probably they were looking, the looters were looking for something, everything. Well, maybe everything somebody was hiding there or what, I don't know. So everything was looted, nothing was there, only the broken sofa. And we didn't have clothes, food, shoes, nothing. So in 1944, when we were liberated, September, as usually, I should go to school. I was more than 7 years old, but I couldn't make it because I was barefoot, without clothes, naked. And a whole year I missed. I went to school only in 1945, and I was more than 8 years old. But we were liberated, yeah. We got freedom.
And when did your father return?
My father returned the end of 1945, December, because he fought the Germans till late 1944, and then a lot of Soviet troops were brought to China. You know, it was a treaty between the United States and the Soviet Union that after Germans will be defeated, Soviet Union has to help American to defeat the Japanese. So, and China was a million army Chinese, so they fought there. So they finished their job August 1945. September was September 2nd, as you remember. It was end of the war with Japan, and after this, only December, they let him go home. He came 1945, the end of World War II.
Do you remember the day he came home?
Yes, I met him.
After all those years?
We used to live in a room also, 2 families in one room, without laboratory, without sewer, without anything. And suddenly one lady came and said to my mom, "Your husband is on the way, he's on that street." My mother took me, and we ran, we met him, I remember.
And then you remember...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. A reunion like that after so long.
Yes.
Very emotional.
Yeah. He didn't know that we are alive. Who knew? Because everything was destroyed. The river, 2 bridges, Even the Soviet army even built bridges, temporary bridges to go ahead. The Germans used to come by planes and bomb this place. And so many people after this were killed. Many houses were destroyed. After all, our street even where we used to live was destroyed completely. When my father came, he didn't recognize even that place. It was demolished, everything. Yes. It was horrible. You know, when you don't talk about this, it's like ordinary. But now the memories came. I'm sorry that I can.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Yeah, people should know what's happened over there because over there they know there's a lot of monuments. What they did, the Germans, even in our town. I remember this, I used to walk, they removed, destroyed on the Jewish cemetery headstones, a lot of headstones, and from many of them, big one, they put on sidewalks. I remember up to 1947, were still sidewalks with headstones from Jewish cemetery. Then they were removed and replaced by something, tiles or something else. Yeah, who knows about this?
And when your father returned, then the family stayed together.
Stayed together, yeah. He started to work. It was much easier. I went to school. My mother didn't work. She was sick. After the camp, she was exhausted and sick. He worked. Then everything was like that time in Soviet Union, behind the Iron Curtain.
Do you remember any anti-Semitism in the school that you went to?
In school not, because in school, in our class, around 70–80% were Jewish children. After World War II, a lot came back because a lot of people were evacuated. And it was a Jewish title. In school, I didn't remember. I remember only in 1953, when before Stalin before Stalin died. I'm sorry. There was a, you probably know about this, there was a huge trial against Jewish doctors. Yes. They said that they wanted to poison Stalin, and since that time they started huge anti-Semitism in the whole country. It was, even the people that they were good to you, they changed their mind. Yeah. They've been anti-Semites.
And at that time you were 15. And
53 years. This I remember good, yes.
And then Stalin died.
Died. It was a little easier because everything was changed after him. When he was dictatorship, then it was a little easier. Anti-Semitism was all the time, exists right now, until one Jew will be alive, will be anti-Semitism. You cannot get rid of this.
As far as your schooling then, where did you go on after high school to
After high school,
higher education?
Yes, I graduated from college first degree, and then college second degree. It's they call it institute. Here, when I came to the United States and evaluated my diploma, I got evaluation of my diploma that's written that I have a bachelor degree, construction scientist, equal to American University of 4 years. So, got educated there, yes.
And then as far as your